Hello everyone. In today's class, we'll study the classification of data. Under this, we'll cover the topics objectives and types of classification. Classification of data. So in the previous class, we discussed about the different methods of collection of data. Now, if you want to do research on a particular topic, you will do statistical enquiry, you will do an investigation, right? And you will collect the data. So, the data which you have collected is voluminous, it is a large data. So, when you look at that data, you cannot understand it easily. It is not suitable for statistical analysis. So, since the data is very large and complex in nature, we have to arrange them and group them and we have to classify them according to their common characteristics. Okay, so this is classification of data. Let us see the definition of classification. Classification is the process of arranging the data into groups or classes according to their common characteristics. So here what we are doing is, after collecting the data, since the data is very large, we will arrange them into different groups and different classes according to their common characteristics. Next we'll see the objectives of classification. First one is to reduce the size of the data. Now we have a very large data. So by classifying this data, we can reduce the size of the data. For example, so here you can see marks of students of first year. So under first year we have commerce and science. So under commerce we have both boys and girls. Again under science we have both boys and girls. In this way, if we group the data, if we classify the data, the size will be reduced. Okay. And the second point we have here is to bring the similarities together. Okay, so here let me consider an example. Let us consider fruits in a basket. Okay, so here there are many types of fruits. You can see apples, mangoes, oranges. So if I want to count how many number of mangoes are there and how many number of oranges are there and how many number of apples are there, it will be very difficult because all the fruits are put together in one box. So if I separate them, if I separate apples in one box and if I separate bananas in one box, if I separate mangoes in one box, it will be easier for us to count, like how many apples are there, how many number of mangoes are there, how many number of oranges are there. We can easily count it, right? So we have to bring the similarities together. Next point is to facilitate comparison. So if we classify the data, after classifying, we can compare them. So here you can see we can compare the marks of boys and girls. We can compare their totals. What is the total marks boys scored? What is the total marks the girls have scored? We can compare them. We can even compare their percentage marks. Okay. So to facilitate comparison. Next point is to give importance to the significant features of the data. See, when we do the enquiry, we collect all the data, right? But while arranging the data, while classifying it, if there is any unnecessary data, if there is any unnecessary information, then we can remove it and we can make it more clear. So we have to keep the data which we actually need for our analysis. Okay, so that is to bring the importance, to give importance to significant features of the data. And the last one is to enable further statistical analysis. So it helps us to do analysis and it helps us to give the conclusion after doing the analysis. Okay. So next we have the types of classification. Under this we have 4 types of classification. First one is chronological classification or temporal classification. Second one is geographical or spatial classification. Third one is qualitative classification. Fourth one is quantitative classification. Let us see what is chronological classification. See, everybody knows what I mean by chronology, right? Chronology means orderly arrangement of statistical data according to time, date of happening of an event, etc. So if the data are arranged over a different period of time, then the type of classification is known as chronological classification. So you can see the example here. So what is chronological classification? It will be based on time. You can see the example here. Year is given. So year is nothing but time. So this kind of classification is known as chronological classification or temporal classification. Okay. So the next one is geographical or spatial classification. If the data is classified on the basis of geographical or location or area wise, okay, you can see area wise means you can consider cities, districts, states, countries, etc. It is called as geographical classification. You can see the example here. Production of sugar in some state of India. So here name of states are given: Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and other states. So the when we consider all the states, this data is related to states, production of sugar in some states of India. So this is about the classification on the basis of geographical or area wise, you can say. Okay, so this kind of classification is known as geographical classification. Next we'll see what do you mean by qualitative classification. So before coming to qualitative classification, what do you mean by qualitative? You have already studied what is qualitative characteristic and what is qualitative data. So qualitative means we talk about the quality here. For example, it may be skin color, intelligence, friendship, truth, health, etc. All these are qualitative aspects. So what is qualitative classification? If the data is classified on the basis of qualitative characteristics or attributes, then it is called as qualitative classification. So under qualitative classification, we have three types. The first one is simple classification, the second one is dichotomous classification, and the third one is manifold classification. So let us see what is simple classification. Classification of units on the basis of single characteristics is simple or one-way classification. You can see the example here. The residents of a certain locality can be classified according to the occupations. So, here a single unit is considered. You can see the occupation. All these are the qualitative aspects. Office assistants, businessmen, teachers, all these are the qualitative aspects. And this is a single unit is considered here. Single characteristic is considered here. So, it is called as simple classification. Next one is dichotomous classification. The classification of units on the basis of single characteristics into two classes is called as dichotomous classification. That is, the data are classified into two classes, one possessing and the other is not possessing. So you can see the example here. Members of a club can be classified on the basis of sex. So here members are given, that is male and female. So you can see the data here. This is a classification into two classes. Here two classes are given. One is male and the other is female. So one will be possessing, the other is not possessing. It may like it is opposite of that. If it is male, the other one will be female. If it is men, the other one is women. So two classes is given here. So it is called as dichotomous classification. The next one is the manifold classification. Classification of units on the basis of attributes into two or more characteristics is called manifold classification. Okay, if the classes are more than two, then it is called as manifold classification. So here we can see population. So under population we have men and women, and under men again we have illiterates and literates. Again under women we can see literates and illiterates. So you can see here under literates again employed and unemployed. So the classification is two or more. It is based on two or more characteristics. So that's why it is called as manifold classification. Okay. Now we'll see what is quantitative classification. The classification of units on the basis of quantitative characteristic or variable. So what is quantitative data and what is quantitative characteristics? You already studied it. So under quantitative we have the example like heights, weights, ages, etc. Okay. So let us consider an example. The group of students may be classified according to their heights. So here heights are given in numbers. So what is quantitative? Quantitative means which is numerically expressed. So here heights are given in terms of numbers. Okay, so this kind of classification is known as quantitative classification. Thank you for watching.